Hi there, welcome to this third video on our memory recall series designed to help you with your interleaving starters and Formula Friday type activities. Hopefully you're into the swing of things by now and you get what's going on with these. As ever, we're going to have the same kind of idea. We're going to have our interleaving starter followed by our facts and formula test. So make sure you've got your book out and ready to go. First four questions today then look like this. This one's very similar to the one we had yesterday. Again, one that's similar to yesterday. Again, a third one down here that's similar. This one's got a coefficient of x squared, so that one's slightly different, but again, we're solving a quadratic. And this one, again, slightly different to the mock that you had. I've just changed one of the values slightly, but give it a go. This is a multiple choice one for the first time on here. So pause the video, give it a go, and we'll have a look at answers shortly. And here we go for solutions then. So this one down here has been circled straight away. Look, so which of the following is correct? So if you were to take 3x away from both sides, then x minus 1 equals 0. Something minus 1 is 0. The something's got to be 1. Up here, writing it as a power of 5, 125 can be written as 5 cubed, and the bracket 5 to the power of 3 all to the power of 7 is the same as 5 to the 21. If you remember, you multiply these two powers together. So 5 cubed times 5 to the 21 is 5 to the power of 24. Simplifying our surds next, root 200 is the same as root 100 times root 2, which is the same as 10 root 2, and 10 root 2 minus 7 root 2, 10 root 2 minus 3 root 2 is 7 root 2. And then finally, solving our quadratic. You can have done this in a multiple of ways. I've chosen to factorize it, but you might have used the quadratic formula. If you have, you should get exactly the same values as I got down here. But I, first of all, would have multiplied my 3 and 7 together and found numbers that multiply to make 21 and that somehow you can get 22 from. That's going to be 1 and 21. I like to put 3x in both brackets to start with before looking to see if there's any of them that I can cancel down. Now, in this particular case, this can be cancelled down because 3 goes into both of them. So once I've done this, I cross this line out because technically it's not mathematically correct, whereas this line is here. So I'm happy at that point. And then here, I'm solving each bracket for equal to 0. So x equals minus a third and x equals minus 7. Again, what you might be doing with this one is covering over the 3 to start with. So if you're using the trick that I've shown you in class, you might be covering over the 3 and saying that it's the opposite sign, so minus 1, and then the bit that you've covered over, you write in as the bottom of your fraction. So minus a third and minus 7. Today's formulas, we've got a couple of things that are similar to last time, but some new ones in here as well. So gradient of a line given two coordinates, exterior angle of a polygon, area of a sector, volume of triangular prism, density, and exact value of sine 0. So for density, I want density equals something connecting mass and volume, but I want you to think carefully about how they go together. So pause the video, write out your questions, and then write out your answers and check them soon. Okay, and here they are. So gradient of a line given two coordinates, changing the y coordinates divided by changing x coordinates. I'll also allow rise over run or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All those are perfectly fine here. Exterior angle of a polygon is 360 divided by n, where n is the number of sides of your polygon. Area of a sector, the angle that you've got out of 360, this time multiplied by the area formula, so pi r squared. Volume of a triangular prism, so area of the triangle of the base multiplied by the length, which is just the same as any other prism. Density is mass divided by volume, and the exact value of sine 0 is 0. Okay, hopefully you've done well today. We'll keep some of these questions in coming up over the next few videos, just so you can practice these skills, and we'll keep mixing them up a little bit as well, adding in a few more algebra ones because that's what's been requested. So keep on trying, ask for anything that you want any help with, and if you want to suggest any questions, feel free to do so. Bye.